Hi vinyl community, welcome to Wolfie's World again, where you'll see a lot of weird records, coloured vinyl, picture discs and limited editions. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching the video, thanks for commenting, I really appreciate it. Jet's here too, if you can hear her huffing and puffing away. Well, I got home from shopping just before, and it's a really wet, cold day today in Melbourne. Hello, Jet. And I'm just thinking that, maybe I should have changed a little bit because I'm wet. But I just kind of thought, nah, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to film this thing and get on with it, okay? I'm going to open the door for Jetty because she wants to go out. Come on. Coralie's a friend of mine and she said, Wolfie, I'd really like to see some of your old stuff. And I said, fair enough, we can do that. So I was ferreting through my old stuff and I thought, I'll show you two records that are really weird. Not because that they're coloured or anything like that. They're just plain black vinyl. And they were readily available everywhere. Mass-produced stuff, no big deal. But they went to #1 on the pop charts. And that's really weird because you see, these records have no music on them at all. So, how could that be? You might say. Some of you might have cottoned onto this already. It's stand-up comedy. And first up, we've got George Smilovich and I'm Tough. And I'm Tough is just kind of like a guy on stage and he's saying, I'm tough. And the audience say, how tough are you? And he gives a reply and it's a bit funny. It's a good record, actually. It's quite fun. So definitely have a listen to this. I think anyone anywhere in the world would love this record. It's funny. There's videos on YouTube and I'll certainly link you to it. The other one is very well known here in Oz and it's Australiana by Ostentatious. Now, Ostentatious had this idea that he'd do a story that he's gone to a party and all the usual things, breakups and rows and barbecue and drugs and cops and all the usual kinds of things. And what he does, he integrates, couldn't say it for a minute, a whole lot of Aussie-isms into the whole thing. So it just keeps going on give you an example. Indian girl Masu turns up to the party, dying to go to the toilet. And I said to Al, hey, Al, where can Masu pee, Al? Okay. Now, the Aussies would know this record. Explaining it to an Australian is daft because basically everybody knows this record. But if you're overseas, you might never have heard about it before. Side 2 has a joke about our Prime Minister. Back in the time, it was Bob Hawke. Bob Hawke was actually led into a studio and he sat down and a light bulb in the studio blew, bang! And he goes, Jesus Christ! And there was a lot of letters sent into the newspapers about blasphemy, as if that's a big thing. But anyway, there you are. We're not real Bible believers over here in Oz, not really. I mean, there's a lot of churches, but we're not, no Bible belts or anything like that. Anyway, this offensive contains language that might be a record. Just remember that. So if you're going to buy it, just remember it. Also, just as a sideline, Phantom Shuffle. He did this joke about, this has got music on it, by the way. Phantom Shuffle is a joke about the Phantom, who's an Aussie superhero, and he's kind of like Batman. He has ideas, and he's kind of got money to do stuff, and he comes up with some pretty cool gadgets. And he has a wolf named Devil, and he lives in a skull cave, and he has his sexy wife, and they have pygmies all around and stuff. So, actually, that's got the Parliament one on, not the other one. I'm mistaken. Or have they both got Parliament? Oh, no, this is the Comedy Commando. That's very rude. Don't play these in front of kids. And anyway, so that's some of my older records. Cool? You know how I told you some time ago that I was never going to buy another record unless I knew the band and I liked the song. And I wasn't just going to buy records willy-nilly. And, well, I kind of did. I bought another one. and I'm feeling a little bit guilty about it. But you see, I had to buy it. I had to buy it! Because it was so swirly. Oh, it's so swirly. Oh, it's so swirly. So swirly. I'm okay now. I've just taken one of my special pills and I'm feeling fine. So let's get on with it, okay? Shall we? This is a record by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with Head On and Pill. And they only made about 300 of these, apparently. Apparently, because I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. And it's really swirly. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's cool, hey? Yeah, it's real cool. It's really cool. We're all cool. We're all cool. Everything's okay. Kill them all. Well, it was Record Store Day recently, and I picked up a few things, of course, as usual. And also I got this. This is a bit of a hint. Do you want to have a look at the back? Yeah, nice. Bit of a hint. Cool. Okay. Well, I picked up this. This is Zang Tum Tum's little 10-pack of vinyl singles. And it's called The Reorganization of Sound. And inside there's The Art of Noise, Beatbox, and there's Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. And there's 808 State, and there's Act, and there's Sean McGowan and Sinead O'Connor and The Frames. And of course, The Buggles. And now, the thing is, you can pick this up on a CD and you'll get a hell of a lot more songs than what's on here, okay? Because this is just for mad collectors like us. Mad! Pardon. This is just for mad collectors like us. Now, seriously, here's something. This was a bit odd and it's a bit strange, but bear with me. There was 1,000 of these released, okay? 1,000. But if you went onto the ZTT website, there were about, in my understanding, from rumour, a little bird told me, there were 20 of these left over. Possibly for, you know, when you're signing numbers on a record, you're bound to go 102, 103, 103. Oh, no! And you wanted a fresh copy, you know, just in case you made a mistake. I can understand that. That works. Now, the record company could have elected to just go, oh, nobody's going to buy those now. We can't really sell them for Record Store Day now, so let's just pitch them away. Or maybe just take them down to the local, you know, Salvation Army mob, you know, to flog for 10 cents each or something like that. I don't know. They decided to sell them. And you could get maybe about 20 of them that's got no number on them at all, which are technically rarer than the ones that are marked, you know, with numbers on. This one here is number 448. But I'll tell you something. I've got one with no number on it as well. But this is good, you know. Anything that had ZTT on it when I was a kid, man, I just loved it. I'm just such a big fanboy of ZTT. You know, years ago I used to see it on my records and I used to think, yeah, you know, that's a good record. I knew it was a good record because I'd already heard it on the radio. But I knew that it would be a good record. And, you know, funny enough, I haven't got Yes. And I love Yes. And I've never got around to getting the record. Don't know why. Now, while we're on the subject of ZTT, there is a fantastic box set of Frankie Goes to Hollywood's Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. It's the 30th anniversary of that album being released, and it's got all kinds of stuff in that box. It's got like test pressings and a cassette and a DVD and Blu-ray and the album itself, and you know, the mind boggles. It's all in this pack. And the thing is, ZTT put it on Pledge Music's website, and they said, look, we're going to produce this. If you want it, you're going to have to pledge some money, the amount that we were asking for it. And if it gets up to 100% of what we need, then we're going to produce it and sell it and ship it out. And it's coming out around about October. Now, look, the pledges are going very, very well. And according to what I read, the first 100 were going to be signed by Trevor Horn. Well, it's a bit beyond that now. But, I mean, this is still an awesome collector's set. And I think this is the only place where they're going to sell it. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to sell it elsewhere. I don't know. I don't really know. But if you want one, now is definitely the time to order it. And they'll ship it all around the world, except for Canada, USA, and Japan. However, there's ways and means. You know there is. There's ways and means. If you know friends, well, you know, you can work something out, as I did, which leads me into this. I've been collecting David Bowie picture discs and coloured vinyl, as you know, and I really wanted this one. This is the Jean Genie by David Bowie, of course. Wonderful. And it was going on eBay for about $50. And I thought to myself, Wolfie, you don't want to pay that much money for a single? You could probably get it somewhere else cheaper. And I said to myself, yeah, you know, I probably can. And so I had a look around and I found it on a place called Bull Moose. And Bull Moose is a lovely little shop. I've got nothing against it, but they won't sell to anyone overseas. I mean, out of America. So I had to do something. And a friend said to me, Wolfie, what you need is a mule. And I said, yeah, I kind of suppose I do. So what happened was I got in contact with LJ, who's a terrific fella. Wonderful videos. If you want to see some awesome records and you love heavy metal, go and check out his channel. He's a great guy. Now, I don't know LJ very much at the moment. I'm getting to know him, and we've been talking on email a little bit. And I asked him if he'd sort of be a go-between for me, and he said, yeah, I'll do it. No worries. So I sent him some money, and he sent me the record. So thanks, LJ. Awesome. I'm very pleased to have this. I really am. And I sent him a little gift, which he's already spoken about on his site. So on his video. So that was good. Now, I'm not sure where I put this, but I'm trying to find... there it is. Aha! Aha! David Bowie's Reality. Have you heard about this? A lot of hype associated with this one. What happened was it's never been out on vinyl, ever. In the history of music, it's never been on vinyl. It's never been on vinyl before. And that was why it was so hyped up. And this came out also on highly limited edition orange and green vinyl. Now, the green vinyl one looks a lot like the one that I showed you a few weeks ago from the Hoodoo Gurus. It's really nice and transparent-ish. And the orangey one, it's kind of... it's a little bit marbled. It's not really orange. It's kind of yellow with red marbling in it. Like they dropped in a few red bits and they thought, well, maybe it'll blend in, but it didn't really. So, yeah. So there's about 1,000 of those made. So they're pretty awesome. Musically, it's a bit of a dud, unfortunately. Yeah, I read some flowery stuff about how it's Bowie's transition from here to here. And it's so beautiful and amazing, and I just love it. But it really didn't tilt my meter up past about 1. So, no, musically it's a dud, but beautifully produced album as far as the artwork goes and the coloured thing. And that's David Bowie, and I collect David Bowie, so yeah. So I don't know whether I did the right thing, but I've got it anyway. A little while ago, I saw something that was really rather interesting. It was called etched vinyl, and I've never struck it before, and I wanted to see if I could get some. And, I looked around and it was all heavy metal stuff and rock and roll and even country and stuff that I didn't know about. Groups I didn't know about and songs that I wasn't really interested in. And then I found one by Split Enz. Came out in 1979 and it was called True Colours. And check this out. It's been autographed by Split Enz. Tim Finn and Neil Finn, and we know each other on Twitter. And look, Nigel and the other one, that guy here. And I'm not really sure what that says. Noel. It's Noel. That's right. Anyway, this came out and I thought, this is really kind of cool. And it's signed and everything. And the vinyl's in mint condition, the guy said. Mint condition. Far from it. Had a massive scratch right here. And I just went, bugger! But, that's how things happen sometimes. And I don't know whether you can see the etching in it or not. If I turn it around, you might happen to get a bit of it. Can you see it? No, maybe not. Anyway, I wrote back to the guy and I said, look, this is highly unsatisfactory. And he said, actually, I agree. And he said, I'll give you a discount. So he gave me some money back. So because I didn't want to send it back, it's autographed. That's cool. That's cool. I don't mind that. That's pretty good. Can't argue with that. Anyway, but then someone on eBay said, I've got a mint copy. And I kind of went, oh, yeah, right. But then I ordered it. And guess what? It is mint. It's really mint. It's mint. It's really ridiculously mint. It's like as if the guy got in a TARDIS and he went back to 1979 and went into a record shop and he said, I'll have that, thank you very much. And then he got back in his TARDIS and he came back into the future. Maybe he's got a DeLorean. Oh, that's all right. I don't mind what he went back in. But this is perfect. And, you can get this thing where a DJ will go, yeah, I've got 2 or 3 copies of that already, and they'll chuck it in their collection and they'll forget about it for years. That's fine, and that happens all the time. But this, look how clean it is. 1979. It hasn't been opened. I don't get it. But, there it is. Have you seen a record that mint before? From that age? And the other thing is, I'm not sure about it. It's just something... I'm suspicious about it because it's too clean. It looks like it was just done yesterday, and I'm just sort of looking at it and going, 79, really? And did they even wrap things in plastic back then? I don't know. No album I ever got back in those days was ever wrapped in plastic that I can remember. But then I would have just ripped it off, so... Ghostbusters. Oh, yes. I've shown you this before. This is my 12-inch record that I've got. And it's got the Ghostbusters 12-inch mix on it. Really nice. Love that record. That's my favourite record. And thus, I had to get this. And I thought I'd show you them side by side so you can see the differences. This is a 10-inch record that I got for Record Store Day. And, it's cool. It's really cool. But I think we all thought that design in the middle there was actually because it was a picture disc or something, but it's not. It's not. It's actually green. It's just a green record. There's a paper at the back, right? And it's got the Ghostbusters on it. And it's also got the Ghostbusters logo printed on it. And when you take the record out, it's just plain old green. Oh. It's all right. It's okay. I just wanted this because, I love the Ghostbusters. And 10-inch records are really cool. This is just a really cool thing to have. And also, there's another thing. I collect glow-in-the-dark items. Oh, yes, I do. You didn't know that one, did you? But I do. And this glows in the dark. Glows in the dark kind of faintly, not as greatly as you'd imagine. It would sort of, wow. No, it doesn't do that. I've got this special stuff a friend got me from America, from a science lab. And it glows like mad. It just glows all night, and it's fantastic. And it's not nuclear. I swear. I'm not mutating or anything. No, I've got glow in the dark stuff all over my house, so it's nice. It helps me not bump into things in the dark. I've even got a glow in the dark toilet seat. That is absolutely true. I got it from the local hardware shop years ago. Glow in the dark toilet seat. Whoa! I've got to have that. And you know what? It's really, really useful. You know when you get up in the dark and you need to have a pee and you turn the light on and it's all, oh, the light, turn it off. Oh, man. Oh. But the glow-in-the-dark toilet seat is kind of like, oh, look at that. Isn't that delightful? And it gives you a nice place to aim, like there's a target area and all the rest. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. You know, there's one record that I've never had in my collection that I know a lot about, but I've just never had it in my collection. And LJ, I know you've got about 5 copies of this one because you told me so. And I just want to show you that I've got my first ever copy of Bat Out of Hell. And here it is. And this is on, get this, this is what the marketing guys told us. It's on Hellish Red Vinyl. Yes, it is. Hellish Red Vinyl and limited to about 1,000 copies. Oh, that's something I wanted to tell you about the Ghostbusters one. Did you know what? They were limited to 1,000 copies. But they're still making them. Stage and Screen website has actually got them for about $17. And you can pick one up. Okay, they're not the RSD issue, fine, okay, you know, but if you don't care about the numbered thing, they're still making them for $16, which is wrong in my opinion, and people who do that kind of thing should burn in hell for all eternity. But still, you know, I mean, that's what happens sometimes. Bat Out of Hell by the glorious Meatloaf. Okay? He's not so glorious these days. We know that. He's a little bit, I don't know. But this is a great album. You've got to have at least one copy of this in your collection, whether it's on Hellish Vinyl, Hellish Red Vinyl. Yeah, and you can just imagine the marketing meeting that day, can't you? What will we call it? Red Vinyl. Nah, that's been done 1,000,000 times. We'll have to come up with something else. I know. Motorbike red. Nah, that doesn't work. Hell, devils. Devil red. Nah. Devil, hell, hellish, hell like hellish, red. Ish. Hellish, not hell vinyl, but hellish. Sort of, kind of hellish. But not quite. Actually, it looks like it's got a little bit of black through it, like somebody's got a mechanic around. Hey man, can you stick your hands in the vinyl? Yeah, no worries, you know, and all of the black in the red and all that, and you and there you go, there you get a record, and that's probably how they did it. I don't know. I'm not technical like that. But there it is. Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Is there anything else that I want to show you? Oh, yes. I just want to finish off with these two because these are cool. These came out for Record Store Day too. Now, I've already got Bride of Frankenstein on an album, and it came Music on Vinyl decided to put it out on a 7-inch, and I thought that would be rather cool, so I got a copy of that. It's 163 of 666. It's the vinyl of the devil. The monster demands a mate, don't we all? I love you, Pamela. I demand a mate. I think I've been taking too many of my funny pills tonight. I'm sorry. Anyway, King Kong. That's the other one. That's another one. And this one's 763 of 1,000. So, another Record Store Day one, and I haven't opened them. They're not going to be opened. I'm just going to leave them sealed because I'm not going to play them. You know, the music's a little bit. It's just for the sheer fun of collecting in this occasion. Okay, and that is that. Did I have anything else to say? Yes, as a matter of fact, talking about those, they're monster films. There is another one called Wolf Cop, the movie that's coming out. And Wolf Cop is being pressed on a red vinyl album, soundtrack album, and you've got to have a copy of this. But the only way you can do it is to go on, like, they've got a pledge sort of thing as well, where you have to actually give them money through the website. And if you do that, you'll get it, but you can't get it anywhere else. So if you're a big fan of Wolf Cop, that might be a good way to get the record. So I've already done that. So I'm hoping to get that. Look, I've got bunches of records to show you. They're just laying around all over the place. But I can't exactly do that today because otherwise the program will go too damn long, and I'm not interested in doing that. Thank you everybody for joining me. Look, comment like fuck all over my page. I want you to comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see, and just go nuts on it, and send emails to me and DM me on Twitter. There's people that say DMs, I don't like DMs, private messages, go away. No, not me, I love them. Contact me, talk to me, adore me, kiss me, make love to me, serve me pasta. I like chocolate cake. Contact me, be friends, and come in peace, man. I can do that sort of thing there, sort of come in peace, live long and prosper. So see that? I'm Trekkie compatible. So to all of you, live long and prosper. Take care. Bye-bye.